Hey, what's up? So I just made a video a minute ago about how I was going to talk to you because honestly, I'm kind of tired of typing. I've been doing a lot of typing lately, mostly working on the website. And if I had to guess, you're probably curious what I do because I did say I was going to tell you about it. So I guess I'm gonna. Um, I founded Savor the Passion, and originally it was actually called Digest the Passion. So if you start seeing like winks around that say Digest the Passion, that was the old name. After like 60 people were like, hey, maybe you should change the name. Eventually I was like, all right, I'll change the name. So I did. Savor the Passion, what do you think? Passion, something that's super important to me. Savor when you eat, take your time, like enjoy it, right? So that's kind of where that came from. Um, so what I do is when I try to explain it shortly, I just put it this way: I'm working to make ordering a chef as easy as ordering a pizza. By no means does that mean that I'm attempting to devalue us. I've been in the industry almost 16 years myself. It'll be 16 years, and what day is it today? June 14th. In 1 month and 25 days. Yeah. In 1 month and 25 days. So 85 days out, 85, 86. I don't know how many days are in June, whatever. I'll have been cooking for 16 years, although right now it's not really professionally, it's more at home, but you get the idea. I've been in the industry for a while. I'm not just some marketer that's like, hey, I see an opportunity to make a bunch of money because that's just not cool. I'm not about that. Yeah, I'm about making money because I like doing stuff and things, but that's definitely not my primary driver here. To give you an idea of why I got into this, I was laying in my bed next to my girlfriend at one point. This was 3 years ago, and I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, I've been in the industry for okay. At the time, it would have been just before 12 years. Yeah, because I'm almost at 16 years. So yeah, almost at 14 years, something like that. Whatever. It was 20. It was February 11th, 2017, and I was laying there, and I remembered back in junior high how much I loved cooking class because I took ecom or whatever. I think that's what it's called, right? Home ec. Home ec is what it was called, and I took home ec because I wanted to cook. All the other stuff, I was like, all right, I guess I'll do that too. But I get to cook. Yeah, sure, let's do that. I didn't know it at the time, but I guess that's where I really started getting into cooking. And so after that, I guess in high school, I was deciding whether or not I wanted to go to college. And I was thinking, like, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I think for some reason, like, I was watching a lot of Teotihuacan stuff, the end of the world as we know it. I don't know where that came in. But anyway, I was like, okay, so whatever I do, it needs to be something that would be useful, assuming that there are no jobs anymore. Like if money doesn't matter anymore, it's just about survival, then what would be the next task? What would I want to be good at? And I figured cooking, because so long as there's people, they gotta eat, and if they gotta eat, I got a job. Right? So I started doing that, and then I was thinking about that and I realized, like, hey, as long as I have my knives, like knives and fire, I can cook. And really, I don't even need fire. Like acid will do the job. That's fine. Um, if you, by the way, another thing, if you don't understand what I mean by acid would do the job, this video isn't for you, and you can definitely just stop watching now because how much we charge. If you don't know that you can cook with acid, sorry, but this video is not for you. Uh, Go find another kitchen job somewhere. I don't know, but this is not for you. If you know what I meant when I said acid would do the job, actually, if you laughed when I said acid would do the job, this video is for you. Anyways, beyond that, so the whole reason why I started getting into this is I realized like I need to be able to pay my bills, and it's kind of ridiculous how much I worked and how hard I worked and literally bleeding at work. I'm 99% sure I never cried at work, but if I did, it was definitely out of anger. It was probably in a freezer because a cooler is for like frustration. Freezers are for anger. Yeah, definitely. Um, So I decided, like, I'm gonna go get some cooking jobs, right? I'm looking down at the floor right now as I think about my story. In case you're curious, like the closest paper I have to me is right here. Um, it's all the way blank. In case that didn't point it. And this book, which by the way, pretty cool if you want to learn about yourself or your partner. Pretty cool. Um, so anyways, I was where was I? Food, cooking, ridiculous. I was working so much. Yeah. Um, so anyways, I decided like, hey, why don't I work as a personal chef or a private chef? I didn't realize there was a distinction between the two at the time. Anyways, so I went and I started making some ads. I was like, hey, I'll cook for you because again, I've been cooking for 12 years. Like, I love working on a line. It's what I do. It's my thing. It makes me a happy guy. Anybody that's ever experienced the dance, you know exactly what I'm talking about and why cooking is my thing. Um, if you haven't experienced the dance, cook some more. And again, this video probably isn't for you, but maybe it is. Maybe you just haven't found a team that's strong enough for you. That makes a lot of sense too. That makes more sense than it being your fault. Especially if you've made it to this point. Because now that I've been talking for 6 minutes, which I don't know why, like you're still here. Awesome, cool. I guess you probably like money, which is probably why you're still here. And I made promise of money, or maybe I haven't yet, and I'm getting to it. I'm definitely getting there. So, anyways, I was talking. Yeah, food. So I did a couple parties, and I made like I think it was 10,000. Yeah. I made $10,000 working for 14 days, cooking for I don't know total of like 50 hours or something. I don't know. Do the math. 60 times 14. 6 24 6 48 48 6 108 hours. I'm ballparking. I'm pretty close, but approximately 108 hours. I made $10,000. I don't know how many of you do that, but if you don't, this video is definitely for you. If you do already, this video is again for you. Um, if you think that's a scam, uh, I'm not here to convince you. I'm not gonna try to convince you. I don't have time for that. Just go go continue working on lines and being taken advantage of. That's Go for it. I don't have time for that. Um, so anyways, after working in a couple parties, I realized like so over the last couple years, I should probably preface with the previous story. So what I would do is every time I would work in different restaurants, I'd go, "Hey, you're really good at whatever they did." So if they were the best at bartending, the best server, they're the best grill guy, they're the best saute, they're the best fryer that I've worked with in like say 2 years, right? Because I jumped to restaurant for various reasons. Sometimes fired, sometimes because I just didn't want to be there. Wrong team, wrong food, whatever. Various reasons I jumped to place to place to place. And excuse me, I'm gonna need some water as we continue this. Now that I'm at 8 minutes already. This was supposed to be about 2 minute video, by the way. I guess this is almost 9 now. Anyway, so I go around and I go, "Hey, you're really good at what you do. Someday I'm gonna do a thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know when. Just someday I'm gonna do a thing, and your ass is mine." And like, and they always laugh. Like, "Hey, all right, yeah, whatever." Like, no, but for real though, write down your number. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. Um, those people aren't in this video, but they are. Hey, maybe I should have them make a video. Would that be cool if I found some of the people that I had that conversation with? Uh, I don't know. Send me an email. C period Martin at digestthepassion.com. Again, the old company name. Uh, there you can send me an email. Let me know if that would be cool if I connected you with some of the people that I had that conversation with. I just thought about that as many times as I talked about that story. Never considered putting people in contact with them. Anyways, so I would go, "Hey, your ass is mine," and they'd laugh. I'm like, "No, for real though, write down your contact information. We're gonna talk." And inevitably, they write down their contact information. Like, yeah, whatever. And they give me their contact information. Well, that day after I realized, I'm like, "Hey, I can help a bunch of people." So I went back and I called all those people. I'm like, "Hey, remember that time I said that your ass is mine?" And they're like, "Yeah." "Cool, that day's coming. Just be in contact. Don't be too far. We'll talk soon." Cool. At the time, I was working on opening a restaurant, and then this place wanted like $2.5 million a year for rent next to the University of Minnesota, which like 6 months of the year there's not even anybody over there, and then on top of that, it's a bunch of college kids that don't have money, and you want to charge 2 point something million dollars a year, that probably explains why that space has been empty for, I think it's been 5 years now, because the building was erected in 2015, between 14 and 16, whatever. That's why it's empty still, if I had to guess. Um, Yeah, so I guess I gave you enough backstory. So why don't I tell you what I do? So what I do is I'm working to make Savor the Passion. What I'm doing is making ordering a chef as easy as ordering pizza. So in your case, what I want to do is I want to make it so you can build a profile, and for people that want to pay extra, I'll make it so you can actually design your profile. Because what I want to do is I want to sell your personality. Your food, awesome, cool, but frankly, you can get food anywhere, right? We already covered that. Not yours, obviously, but they can get food anywhere. But selling you as a person, selling your personality, that's where you can start charging more. You can charge your personality, you can charge more services. I'm working on building all that in to make it super easy for you. So basically, all you got to do is open your phone and go, hey, those are people that want to give me money. What do they want me to do? Yeah, sure, I'll do a stir fry for 10 people. Yeah, okay, click. On the other end, it'll be other people that are like, hey, I really don't want to cook. So how about you come cook for our anniversary or our birthday? Some weddings, but I'm kind of trying to stay away from that. Not because of the money, which a lot of you already know the money is great, but because of the size. And you can really only do one of those a day, every 2 days, something like that. And it costs so much more to be able to get into that. How many of you have a building where you can store your food? Hmm? No, not really? All right, then. That's why. Um, yeah, so long story short, even though we're almost at the 12-minute mark, I want to make it easy for you to make money. Uh, they get fed. Uh, Initially, when I was talking to the people on the list, I asked them, like, hey, how much do you think we should do for a profit split? And they said 60-40 in my favor, like I should get 60%. Uh, no, thanks. Awesome, cool. I appreciate the sentiment, but it defeated the purpose of me actively trying to help. I felt like me taking more than they got defeated the purpose, right? Because I want to help. That's my point. I want to help. So by taking more, sure, you'd still make more money, but it just didn't sit right. So instead, what I did initially was it was 60%, 60-40. So they would get 60% and I would get 40%. And that's fine, that's cool, whatever. Um, I don't even remember why I changed it, actually, now I think about it. I don't know why I changed it. Anyways, the way it now works is you get 72%, I get 28%, and then we move on to the next one. I'll handle the marketing, I'll handle the outreach. I've already spent the thousands of dollars of building a client list and getting a website, uh, hundreds of hours of talking to a team to build this website. If you want, you can go check out digestthepassion.com. That's the one I built. Awful, terrible. I don't know if you're a graphic designer, but good luck. Have fun. Give it a try. Wix.com, that's how I did it. Not very good. I don't recommend it. Wix is awesome, but it was so difficult. If it's not your strong suit, don't do it. But instead, I hired a team to do it myself, or for them, excuse me. And so that should be done in today's the 14th. We're shooting for 16 days. 16 days. In 8 days, excuse me, in 14 days, it should be completed. And in 2 days, I should have thoroughly tested it. And on the 17th day, it should be done, ready to go for you to use. And yeah, you'll just need to do a background check. I'll probably set up to do drug screens too because we're talking about going into multi-million-dollar houses. Yeah, so we're going to multi-million-dollar houses, and I want to make sure to keep them safe. That's the point. So let's have fun. Let's have fun. Have a blast. Make your menus. Talk to them. Um, yeah, I hope you have a lot of fun. I've put almost 4 years into this, trying to work and build and set it up to be something that you can use, and I hope I got it right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.